Good morning. I'm Jim Treece from the Stewardship Committee. There are four main nonprofits that Catherine and I support: Christ Church Detroit, a small liberal arts college in Minnesota, the Detroit Institute of Arts, and a group that supports rural development in Asia. All of them do good work. I believe in all of their missions, and their values all align with mine. But Christ Church is number one on that list. Why? Of course, I value the worship services and sermons and wonderful music and the fellowship I find here. But in addition, Christ Church is where I expect to find support for the week ahead and for those times when I'm in over my head. When a family member has died, I did not turn to those other three organizations in my grief. Only Christ Church can provide in those times of great need. So I'm grateful for the church, but I also need the church to be here for me and for others in need. Our annual pledge drive, which allows the vestry to set a responsible budget for the year ahead, keeps the church going here and now, ensuring the church's survival day to day. My vision, and I hope you share this vision, is for this church to not only survive, but to thrive. I'll be blunt. This church cannot thrive if Emily burns out. We need to make sure she has the support staff that frees her up to do the work that only she can do. Because we've said goodbye to some very talented staff this past year, thriving in 2024 will mean having the funds to pay for good staffers to support Emily and this church. We need someone in the nursery so that if a family walks in the door with little kids, they know that we are here to care for them and will care for them. They see that instantly. We need people in the office to create the newsletter, to meet with contractors, to answer the phone when it rings, to make sure our finances are handled properly. These are all tasks that Emily will take on by herself if the staffers are not there. We know that about you. Thriving also means launching new ministries like the Bag Lunch program to serve our neighbors and having the necessary staff to support those programs. Making sure that she has the staff and the church has the resources to thrive may require sacrificial giving on our part. We don't talk much about sacrificial giving as part of our spiritual journey, but maybe we should. Let me tell you a story. I mentioned that we give to a group that supports rural development in Asia. Once a trio of Christian women from Pakistan from that group gave us a talk at my church in Japan. They spoke about their efforts to build an orphanage in their village. Here's how they paid for it. The families in their village, including their own, usually had only a single serving platter. Now that was okay for family meals. They'd set it in the middle, people gather around and take their food from it. But it did not work for a large feast, say a wedding. So these women had pooled their resources, bought some extra platters, and rented them out to people who were holding large events. From those rentals, they earned enough to buy bricks for the four walls of the building. They said the next spring they hoped to put a roof on it, and sometime soon after that, the orphanage was going to open. And as I listened to them, they were just brimming with excitement and enthusiasm for this project they'd taken on. But me, I'm sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? I mean, for real, you folks are come from families that are so poor you don't have a second serving dish, and you found the way to build an orphanage brick by brick? I mean, I was stunned. The only thing I could think was, and what have I done lately?